Arsenal's defensive record this season, because only one team can say they've let in fewer goals than Arsenal. That's Manchester City. Unbelievably, 13 goals in all their matches, all 20. They're doing brilliantly at the top of the table. Now, Spurs have let in the same amount of goals as Arsenal with 20, but they've played 2 games less as well. Does that surprise you, how well they're doing at the back?
Well, no, I think it's all about getting yourself right. You know, sometimes you go through a sticky patch. As long as it's not, 1, 2, 3 goals a game you're letting in. If it's the odd goal here and there, you can always build on that. It doesn't surprise me at all. Defending is all about if you want to do it, really. And you want to have those willing guys who want to, get in the right position, play as a unit, and want to defend and also attack. But you want to defend, and that's the first thing. That's the characteristics you need, to kind of build on.
But if you look at the players, I mean, Luiz was heavily criticised last season, Sol, for not really being up for it anymore. There's a reason why Chelsea let him go and join the Gunners. Who's been the most impressive at the back for you then?
Well, for Arsenal?
For Arsenal, yes.
I think Rod Holding he's been fantastic. He's got a couple of injuries as well, beginning of the season and in and out, but he's come in solid, and he's held his own. Today he's got some really good defensive headers out of the danger zone, or getting those little touches. I think, he has really come on, and I'm really happy for him because he was touch and go of leaving Arsenal, and he's had a few injuries and he's coming strong. I think he's been definitely one of the pluses since he got back into the side.
Is that an unsung hero, John, do you reckon, for the Gunners? We all go on about Bukayo Saka, and he's done amazingly. So has Emile Smith-Rowe. But what about Holding? His name isn't really mentioned much at all.
No, it's not. But I think Sol mentioned it there. He was probably close to leaving Arsenal at one stage. But with some of the injuries that he suffered, it shows a great strength of character that he's got, that he was able to bounce back. I think he had a couple of serious knee injuries, if I'm not mistaken. So he's bounced back from that, and he's obviously worked very hard with the new manager and the coaching staff to get himself the physios, to get himself right, and obviously keep his place in the team, because there were some experienced guys that Arsenal let go as well. And it's probably an area that maybe that they're still looking to strengthen, like most teams. Central defence, United probably maybe looking at that area too, but credit to Holding that he stood up to that challenge, and it shows you the type of character he is. And it also shows as well, I think, the work that Arteta and the coaching staff have done on Arsenal's shape as a team, not just the back four, how compact they are all together, the units that they are together, that they're very compressed, and it's hard to break down, and that's resulted in those clean sheets.
Many thanks to David Luiz, and he's saying all the right things there, almost refreshingly honest there, Sol.
Yeah, he's saying all the right things. He's one of the older pros, experienced pros. So you want him to be saying those things. You want him to be in the changing rooms, keeping everyone focused and moving everyone in the right direction. You need those experienced players in that dressing room, kind of leading the youngsters as well. So, and Arteta will need those guys as well to kind of do the policing and making sure everybody stays on track. He's doing the training and making sure everyone's fit and everyone's focused with the training. So it's a collaborative thing. Everyone's got to be buying into it, and it seems like everyone is.
What do you reckon about David Luiz, John? Because I said earlier on, he was getting a lot of criticism, not for the first time in his career, question marks over his future at Arsenal, whether it was the right transfer or not. Has he surprised you with his performances, his maturity on the pitch and stability?
No, I wouldn't say he surprised me, because he's obviously... the clubs that he's been at, he's a Brazilian, obviously international, the success that he's had in his career, the clubs that he's played for. So he's got that experience, and he has got a winning mentality too. Yeah, he's been questioned at times, but he's always responded to it. And I think the club, Arsenal, have stuck by him too, and they've shown that the trust is there. There was a little spell where he was really struggling, and I think he played in one game where he didn't really want to play, I think, and then there was a bit of a lot of talk about it, but he overcame that, and he obviously signed an extension to stay on for another year. And but he's a real positive person too, I believe, and I'm sure he's having a good impact on the younger players too, because of that experience Sol mentioned that he's had in his career, and I'm sure he is a big help to the manager too.